What up? This Rapids. So top-notch idiots finally went to Chicago to film a prank. Now, I first reported on this some months ago because the top-notch idiots kept promising to go to Chicago, but instead they were going to places like Detroit instead and New York and all these other places they were going to. And then at the end of each video, they kept saying, yeah, we headed to Chicago next, but it never came. So months and months was going by and they still never went to Chicago. I think they were kind of shook about going there. I think they knew this might not be a good idea because some people just, you know, might underestimate Chicago. They might think that, I hear a lot of stuff like Chicago just thinks they're tough or something, as if people are out here just acting like they tough. I don't know where that came from. I haven't heard it much recently, but I used to hear that all the time. Like, oh, you think you tough just because you're from Chicago or something. But top-notch idiots finally went to Chicago and almost got smoked.
We're gonna hit O Block, we're gonna hit Eaglewood, we're gonna hit Low End, we're gonna hit Polo Towers. We're not just gonna do one area in Chicago, we're gonna scatter around, we're gonna try to do different reactions in different areas. You know, we're just gonna cover the whole Chicago. We're not gonna be like one of these YouTubers that come over here and they just stick around to the safe areas, you know what I mean? Because it's top notch, bro. We gotta send it this time.
Throw another gang sign up. Watch what I do to you. Hey, it's a video.
Let me know what's up, my boy. Hey, chill.
Hey, chill. It's a video. Hey, it's a video. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Don't do that.
You know, they went down there throwing up fingers and twisting their fingers, but they didn't know that some of those finger twisting actions they were throwing up was actually real gang signs. Like, Chicago got a lot of different hand gestures to show what side you on, you know what I'm saying, who you rolling with and stuff. So when he was out in Chicago throwing up stuff, he threw up stuff like a 4 and almost got smoked a few times. And then he's like, no, it's just a 4. This ain't no real gang sign. But they should have educated Opto that actually is a gang sign in Chicago. And you can't just go around throwing up random hand signs anyways, because they're going to take that as disrespect. I guess he was looking for that reaction anyways, but Chicago's different. Chicago's not like the other cities. They're very different. So they don't even care if you got a camera. Opto keep thinking that that camera going to save them, and Chicago don't care. They'll smoke you and then come take that camera and make sure that cameraman gets smoked too, and you know, take all that footage. So, and then if they don't know that camera footage is there, they still wouldn't care. If, you know, like, Chicago is different, yo. So with Opto, he is throwing out the 4s, and he don't know that could mean 4 Corner Hustler out in Chicago. There's a group called the 4 Corner Hustlers. So throwing up the 4s and saying that it ain't a gang sign, that's not accurate. You don't know what you're throwing up when you're throwing those signs up with your hands. So they played a very dangerous game. I wonder if there's going to be a part 2 coming. I wonder how many videos they did, because they didn't just go to downtown. They didn't go downtown. I don't know who that dude was with them. They had some dude rolling with them, and I don't know if he was from Chicago or if he was from California. But you know, Opto and the top-notch idiots, they didn't just go to, they didn't even go downtown. They went straight to the hood. They went to O Block. They went to the Low End. They went to Inglewood. They went to all the lit areas of Chicago. And in my opinion, even downtown is kind of crazy, because we saw what happened to Duck. So when I went through the downtown, I mean, when I visit Chicago, the downtown area feels a lot safer, but it's not really like, I mean, it's still Chicago. It's still Chicago. I think no matter where you go in that city, it's still Chicago. Like, you still kind of got the energy going on. It would have been much safer downtown at the malls and stuff like that, and in the downtown area outside and all that probably would have been safer for them, because they were really playing with their life out there. I think dude even threw up an L at one time. Now the L, that could mean a lot of stuff, like the Lords, and there's Vice Lords, and there's Lameron, there's Spanish Lords. So throwing up them L's wasn't gonna save you either. Like he thinks he's not throwing up signs, but he really is. He's accidentally throwing up real signs. So Opto really could have got smoked out there. And then I think he even threw up the threes at one time. Now threes, we know that means BD and stuff. Like, you know, that means BDs. I think it also means like Saints. There's also a group called Saints or something, I think. But we definitely saw a lot of the rappers throwing up the three. And those are usually the members from the BD areas. So, you know, that's definitely one of their signs. So, yeah, he got his phone took, he got his wallet took, and so his ID probably gone and all that. They really went in his pockets and took that dude's stuff. Like a few times it looked like he was gonna get smoked because, you know, he's walking up to car windows and twisting up his fingers, and you know, it's a way different reaction than what we saw in any other video they did. Like when they pulled that stuff out in California, you know, he got some very serious reactions, but Chicago, yo, that was not the same. That hit different out in Chicago because the reactions it seemed more brutal and more crazy. Like he really could have got something, you know, something could have really happened to him. Something really could have happened to top-notch idiots out there and all that, the whole crew. And, you know, I don't know if he should really be playing with Chicago like that, because from what we saw in that video, I'm going to leave a link. I'll have to leave a link if you want to check out the video and see it for yourself. Because this is one of the most lit Chicago prank videos I've ever seen. Now, at this point, I would have to say that these guys are not faking their pranks. Like, I know sometimes it looks like some of these guys fake their pranks, but with the reactions I saw in this Top Notch Idiots release, I would have to give him props and say that I don't think his channel is faking it. I think he's putting out real pranks. There's another guy that's saying that he's doing Chicago pranks, but people are saying that no, he's really on the outskirts of Chicago. He's in like Peoria and, you know, maybe Carbondale or something like that. They're saying this other guy, I forget his name, but he's out there doing Chicago pranks. And yeah, people in the comments are saying that that's not really Chicago. It's Illinois, but not Chicago. So for Opto to really go to Old Block and the Black Gates was right there, you can see that really is the streets. He really did pull up. He really did pull up. And something almost happened to that boy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, play it safe, because they aren't playing with you out in Chicago with this YouTube stuff. They're definitely not playing with you. I did a report on another YouTuber that beat him out there. I think his name is Quiz or something. Go check out that video. I might have to link it in the comment section, description box if you want to catch it. But there was another YouTuber who beat him out there, and his Chicago video looked real too. I don't know if he went to O Block or not. No, he did. He shot a video in front of the King Von mural, so he was on O Block, and he was out there wilding out. It was a very similar response too. So I don't know, you YouTubers out there that are doing these types of pranks, I don't think you know what you're getting into when you're playing with Chicago and going out there. Detroit, you know, it wasn't nothing nice in those other videos either. I'm not knocking like their videos out in California. It just seems safer when he was out in California. The responses was more like, you know, when he says, "Oh look, you're being filmed," the response was more like, "Okay, let me back off. Oh, okay, I didn't know it was a prank. Just don't play with me like that," type stuff when he's out in California. And even Detroit, New York was kind of similar, where, you know, New York doesn't have really a problem like Chicago has when it comes to dealing with them pipes. So, you know what I'm saying, with that heat out in New York, you don't really have that issue out there. Now, Detroit, you have that issue. So Detroit, you can have that issue. In California, you can have that issue. But New York is more like, okay, they really know not to really be having that on them out there in New York because they have some of the strictest laws when it comes to that type of stuff. So Chicago was just like, that's like GTA or something. Chicago's like a whole different city. They don't even care if you're a YouTuber. Like, it could really happen to him. You know what I'm saying? It could have really happened to him down there. So I think it was the most brutal reaction yet in Chicago. And, you know, check it out for yourself and let me know what y'all think. It's very entertaining though. I have to admit, it was very entertaining watching it, but I don't know if he should be playing with his life like that. I think this dude's insane. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Make sure you follow Rap Hits on social media. Make sure you follow Rap Hits, you know, on social media and follow, let's see. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. All links are in the comment section. I'm out of here.